Good morning and welcome to the Strategic Planning, Technology, and Transportation Committee meeting on February 27th. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Looking for an approval of the agenda, please.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from January 23rd?
Yes, I do not have any changes.
Looking for a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. Next on the agenda, strategic plan initiative updates. I know there's nobody here to present, but we have all received a PowerPoint in our deck. So if you've had a chance to review that, if there's any call outs prior to it going to the board, if you've not had a chance to review, which I admittedly have not, I talked to Ms. Morris and we are allowed to, if we have any comments or questions, just go ahead and propose that before the board meeting. Any call outs right now?
No, I went through it, but I don't have any questions or comments.
Yeah, I'm good right now.
Yep, Dr. McKinnon and Dr. Breedlove will be present at the board meeting to present it. This is on leadership development, is what this initiative is on. So if you have any questions or concerns, if you'll let me or Dr. Breedlove know, we will take care of it. Thank you.
All right, and then next on the agenda, Mr. Parker for Technology Services update. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hey.
Good morning, Jay.
How you doing, Mr. Helms?
Doing good. Hope you are.
I just wanted to cover, and this is really just an informational update about where Technology Services is at a midpoint of the year so that you just have an idea about our projects and what we've completed. In your packets, there's some pages, the last 3 pages in the packets really covered what we're going to talk about for just a few minutes. This should only take 5 or 10 minutes. The first one is the roadmap. I presented this last year, and so I just basically recreated it and showed you where we were with our projects, what the timelines are and the events that are happening along the way, just so you're aware of these and what we've done, so that gives you some information on the status of projects. If you ever ask about them, you'll know kind of where they are in the completion stage. And this goes from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Just so you know where we were. One of the ones I want to highlight is that we've expanded the Sprint 1 million into phase 2. We completed Parkwood High School yesterday with 500 wireless devices. We put 450 at Forest Hills at the beginning of the year, and Sprint held off on giving us devices. They did not have the same exact devices to provide for students down the road. And in a conference call a month ago, they informed me that they found some extra devices, and I said, I'd take all you have. I really want our students to bridge that digital divide and have access from home to internet. So they sent 500 of them, and they said, can you get these out in 30 days? And we asset tagged them, registered them, and handed them to students yesterday, so they're in the hands of students. And what this does is provides eligible students access to internet at home so they can complete their homework and do their research for those that don't have reliable internet or internet at all at home. So this is a program. It's free of charge. Sprint's not charging anything for this. It's a partnership with them.
So question on that, is
Yes.
there any kind of security and or blacklist, whitelist?
There is.
Does that come pre-configured?
It is comes pre-configured. They're using Sprint's filter for any compliance, federal compliance with that. And it is also, similar to what we use here for Zscaler. Sprint has their own filtering, so they blacklist it. And they're in most major urban districts. They're in Chicago and New York, and they're in Charlotte. And this is the first time they've branched outside large urban districts to come into something that wasn't that as big. And it's been a very successful partnership. So now they've opened up the green light for us to expand to other high schools. We will survey the eligible students at Piedmont High School in May, and we'll start with them next year. And I'm going to try to target one more high school next year too. My goal eventually is to touch this because students in every zip code need digital access to resources. And so we will get into every high school at some point as soon as I can get the devices.
Great.
Okay. Any questions on the roadmap at all?
Is Office 365 a free service for us? Are we
It
considered
is.
a nonprofit?
It's Office 365 is included in our enterprise Microsoft license. And it's actually been there for a few years. It's just never been utilized.
Okay.
So we evaluated it last year, looked at what the efforts it would take to implement it for the district. It allows 5 free downloads of Microsoft Office for students and staff. That's the program. You log in with your same credentials that you normally log into to your computers, and you can download those on. And what it's really intended for is students who go home and do not have that Microsoft suite to do their homework, which is the Word and Excel and Access and PowerPoint. So this allows them to download those onto their personal devices, 5 personal devices. So if they're staying with their grandmothers or aunts or some guardian or caretaker, they can actually utilize their office at home and include it on 5 machines. And it's the same way for staff. So when staff, and that includes anyone that works for Union County or is a student of Union County, if they leave, it becomes inactive for them.
Yep.
No cost. Okay.
Anybody have any other questions on the roadmap? Progress on projects?
No, but I do just want to commend Jay and his team for the astronomical amount of work they've accomplished in a short amount of time. When I went through this packet, it was really amazing to look back and see that everything that's gotten done the past couple of years. So I just want to say thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you, Ms. Merrill. It's truly a team effort. You know, it's my team will come together on any project. So it really is our whole technology services division that's accomplished everything you see here. And it's been a pleasure doing this role in Union County.
Well, just thank you and your team for everything. Just seeing it on paper was a little bit shocking to see everything that's gotten accomplished. So thank you.
And just to build on what Ms. Merrill just said, I mean, having this roadmap and being able to get visibility into everything that you're working on, I mean, I love the fact that, you know, as a leader, you bring this to the table and you give us that visibility. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Same here. It's a good document.
Same here.
Thank you. The second item on here is our new school network for staff cell phones. This is basically it's a LAN network, and we've piloted this at Weddington Middle School. And why this rose to the top and needed to be accomplished this year was when we have a situation at a school where there may be an evacuation or a lockdown situation, many times the staff cell phones will not connect to a cellular carrier. So they couldn't connect and give information to the office or call the office, because I've been on the front steps of some of our schools, and it's very hard for me to get my personal carrier to get a signal. So we opened up our Aruba wireless network to now encompass every cell phone can connect to it if you're a staff member. And that'll allow you to at least communicate with a text, to go to the homepage of Union County Public Schools. It'll also allow you to send an email out. If your carrier allows it, it'll allow voice over IP. My AT&T does not allow voice over IP. So when I connect to mine, it doesn't allow me to call out. But at least it would allow all of our staff, whether they're in a remote building or anywhere in our schools, to connect back to the office at any point in time. If they didn't have a cellular signal, they could at least get on our Wi-Fi signal. So that's been in place, and we've tested it for 60 days. It's been successful. Been out to the school, talked to their staff, and we now are going to expand it to all schools over the next 30 days. So it'll just be a communication going out and informing people they can connect with their personal devices to our network, and it's filtered. It's locked down. You can't get to very many places, but you can email, and you can text, and you can get to our homepage.
Is that done just by the teachers registering their cell phone?
Yes, they log in, they just connect to it with their same credentials that they always have, and we pick up that it's not a known device, and we funnel it through a different network, but it allows you to connect.
known device. That's what I was looking for. So they provide their cell phone number. You list it on there as a.
We pick it up when they connect to it, we know what the MAC address is. And if we don't know that device, we automatically funnel it through a different LAN network. And it bounces against our, what we call Active Directory, which is really just your account. So it's like the J.Parker. It's just your account. And if you have an account, you're open. You can go on through. So it's kind of filtered. We still have a guest network in place for vendors that present in all of our locations, but this one is dedicated strictly to staff.
Do the staff have email on their phones and everything?
Yeah, they do. Yes.
Okay. That's how it's. Okay. Yes, sir. Great.
It's no cost. It's just something that we thought would be a great added benefit for our schools. The next item is LAN School. That's the Chromebook monitoring. In the past, I've mentioned about a console that allows teachers to see all of the student Chromebooks in a classroom. And we have finished CATA next door. We piloted it for 90 days and we've completed it. We've extended now. Today it goes out to Porter Ridge High School. That goes live tomorrow in that school. And our next schools are Waxhaw, Walter Bickett Elementary School, and Monroe Middle. Those are our 3 next locations. So I've partnered with our instructional coaches to train the staff in each of these schools. From a technology standpoint, we're ready now, but we've got to get our staff trained before we turn it on. But it allows any educator in the school to monitor a student Chromebook if needed, and teachers are able to automatically pick up all of their students each period, and then the next teacher picks them up. And we roster from Power Schools. So from a staff side, it's just clicking 2 buttons. From the back side, we've already provisioned all the students into each classroom. So that's ready to go, and we'll be in Porter Ridge High School tomorrow.
Great.
How's the bandwidth on that?
Right, looking over at CATA, we had minimal impact. It was a 2% bandwidth increase when we locked in, and that.
Okay.
And this LAN School was negotiated when we bought our Chromebooks. So that was an added feature that the vendor provided at no cost. It's typically $3 a student if you're buying a software purchase, but during our negotiations, we got it included for free. And not only just for the ones we bought, we got it for the elementary school too. So we're expanding and moving, and we'll get this in as quick as we can get people trained.
Great.
The very last one is that Sprint 1 million, which I mentioned earlier, and it's actually from Forest Hills, so that's my typo instead of 2 Forest Hills. We put in 450 wireless devices at Forest Hills and now 500, and we anticipate, again, surveying our Piedmont in May. And we'll see what other schools are qualify next. Okay, that's kind of it. Do you have any questions for me or anything that I can help you with?
No, I'm good.
Thank you. Thank you for the comments. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jack.
All right, next on the agenda, items to be taken to full board. Yeah, I don't believe we have any. I know our projection standards is with finance right now, right?
Correct.
So, okay. All right, next meeting. Pull up the calendar. Looks like the 27th again. So March 27th at 7:30 here at the PDC. All right.
Okay.
Next, I'm looking. Well, anybody have anything else?
Nope.
All right. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, Michelle.